I'm so excited about this. It's been 5 years in the work. The first 3 years are like, no, absolutely not. Nope, 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 nope. Then it went to nope, maybe, kind of, let's do it, try, find someone, let's try. Okay, we can get it done. And what we're going to do, and this is for real, it's not a joke, Johnny's House is going to give you a chance for a baby. For those families or couples that just haven't been able to conceive a child, we are going to help you do that. I wanted it to be Johnny Magic wants to give you a baby, but see, that was 5 years ago, and things have changed. I'm married man now, and legally they said you can't say that.
Right.
Yeah. The legal department rejected maybe 7 or 8 different names.
Oh, they rejected them all except
literally
this
everything.
one. And so we finally met this amazing doctor and sat down and talked to him. He's a very funny guy from Fertility CARE, the IVF Center. Doctor, introduce yourself, please, sir.
Hi, Doctor.
Oh, hold on, let's turn you. We got you.
That little button on the box.
It's pushed down. Here you go.
Are we cool?
There we go. There we go. I'm sorry about that.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Johnny.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Doctor, tell everybody about yourself.
Yeah, I'm Mark Trolice. I'm the director of the Fertility CARE, the IVF Center in Winter Park, Florida, and we've been there since '03. So we've been doing very well.
Do you have a count on how many babies?
You know, I get asked that a lot. That's an interesting question, and I don't know.
Really?
It's in the thousands, of course. I've been doing this for about 20 years. I know I look 25.
Yeah. Spring chicken.
Sure. Started, in grade schools when I've been doing this. Yeah.
One thing that I noticed when I first met you, Dr. Trolice, is your passion for what you do. And for that, once I realized that, when we were talking, I'm like, please let this guy say yes to what we're trying to do. And you did, and I really do appreciate that.
Oh, it wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
When I hear that there's opportunity to help people, it's a shame that it's not covered by insurance. Or
I know.
There's only a few states in the country that are mandated, and it's so awful that people have to beg, borrow, and steal for to have a baby. You know, wonderful people who love each other and come together, and they say they want to bring someone into the world to share their love.
Yeah.
And then they have difficulty, and then insurance says, nope, sorry. And, the worst part of this thing is that it's not a guarantee. They could put $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or more, and unfortunately, it's not a guarantee of success. And so that breaks my heart. And I said, gosh, why can't insurance do this? So when you gave an opportunity for people to do this, and you called over to the office, I said, absolutely. There wasn't any hesitation.
That is awesome. Now, if you are one of those couples that want to have a baby, you need to go to xl1067.com, keyword baby, and it tells you exactly what to do. What exactly will these couples be going through, doctor?
Well, the fertility treatment cycle is essentially involved overriding the normal signals. Not to get too technical, but a woman has menstrual cycles and they ovulate, and that's all their brain signals to the ovary are just doing all the right things in good rhythm to get the egg to release and prepare for pregnancy. So what we do is we come in and really what we call super ovulate the ovary. The meds that the hormones from the pituitary gland in the brain, we give them in injectable form and just override those signals, and they develop multiple eggs.
Wow. And
so, I tell them during the stimulation, I says, you got a lot of eggs. You're going to have to go to Target and get an Easter basket or something like that. So we were able to go through the monitoring over about 10 to 12 days. Ultrasound will show the eggs developing in these cysts called follicles. And then under sedation, I'll be doing this right after the show, actually. We'll be doing an egg retrieval. Under sedation, they get an IV for conscious sedation by anesthesiologist. And egg retrieval is very, very simple. It's an ultrasound probe through the vagina with a needle through the back of the ovary, and we just vacuum out the eggs. It takes about 15, 20 minutes.
Really?
Patient's home within the hour. Then the work in the lab starts, okay? Then we get the eggs out, all right? Sperm are added to the eggs in the lab. Fertilization occurs over the next day. We let the embryos develop, and typically we'll transfer one embryo back in the uterus. We're very, very conscious of how many embryos to transfer. We don't want to end up on Oprah.
Right, like Optimum.
So we just transfer single embryo. As the woman gets older, we'll transfer a little bit more. But it's all synchronized and coordinated, and we keep the patient involved in the cycle the entire way.
Ray, how are you doing pretty much the same thing?
Well, I'm doing IUI, so IVF and IUI is kind of different. You know, I don't have to get my eggs taken out of me. It's just I'm just getting the insemination. So if IUI doesn't work for me, then I would switch to IVF, where they would actually basically make the baby in a dish and then put it back up inside of me.
Which is what Dr. Trolice is
Yeah,
saying.
so that's like the simplistic way of putting it. But right now I'm doing the insemination.
And she's not doing it with me, and I'm devastated. Absolutely. When I met her this morning, she shook my hand, very nice, big smile.
Yes.
And she said, "No, I don't want to go to you."
I didn't say that.
I'm only kidding.
Well, I didn't know about this because it was so like kind of last minute that it actually happened.
You understand, when you said yes, or that you were willing to take a meeting with us, it was like, what? Somebody said yeah. We were, before you know it, we were in your office.
Yeah.
It was just like that.
It's a beautiful thing. I had a foundation for 10 years called Fertile Dreams, and we raised money through events and conferences and so on and so forth, and we gave hundreds of thousands of dollars away for patients over 10 years at any clinic in the country. These people, I would say that an analogy to how they receive the diagnosis of infertility is like cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there are two things that are profound moments in a woman's life. One of these things. One of them is when they say, "Hey, I think it's time to have a baby."
Okay.
And the second is when they say, "I think there's a problem." And that "I think there's a problem" just paralyzes them. It gives it to think that they may not be able to be a mom.
Yeah.
There are no words to describe. They become isolated, withdrawn, very vulnerable. They start questioning their femininity. They withdraw from friends. You know, when you're trying to conceive, literally the world is pregnant.
Yep.
And it invades their dreams. It affects their relationships with family. So many things that go on. And my heart literally breaks for these
you
people.
have so much passion for what he does. You get it. You feel it. You feel what your patients are going through, and you can tell that when they sit down with you that you tell them straight, but you have that same compassion. It's not like, okay, here's what the situation is.
Well, because he said that he's been through it.
Oh, yes, that's right.
He and his wife had so much trouble.
Yeah, well, that's the irony, right? I fell in love with this field when I was in medical school, so I really was very, very passionate then. So I meet my wife, and we go after a few years in my residency in OB/GYN. I said, we're going to start trying to have a baby, and we had trouble, and on and on and on, and went to multiple specialists, and too many of my colleagues got to know my wife too well. Going through all of this, and it just got
so you have that
consumed.
firsthand.
Oh yeah, but I loved
through.
this field before I experienced infertility. I didn't, I always say I talk to God and say, I really didn't have to go through this to get closer to my patients, but we did, and
But now you know how they feel.
Oh, absolutely.
You know exactly how they feel.
There is tremendous empathy when you have lived, when you've walked the walk with them. So, and they get that, and I tell them the story as well. And I went through. My wife and I adopted our 5 little ones, so it's a beautiful experience after the fact. But when you're going through the process and your face is pressed up against the windows of families, and you're on the other side of the playground, these patients go through hell every day. They don't know. They don't know where they are in their world. Because they have, if they're in their career, they have one foot in their career, but they also long to have that relationship.
And if you're not dealing with that, you would have no idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Because most people think, I just decided to have a baby, and so I have a baby. If that works for you, then you don't realize there's this whole other side.
And when someone says, "Yeah, we can't have a baby," you're like, "Oh, okay."
You don't think anything.
Yeah, you really don't.
And most people now, I mean, like in my case, my sister was in infertility for 10 years, and so even if you're not dealing with infertility, you might know someone who's dealing with infertility. It really affects so many people.
And that's why we're doing this. Johnny's House is giving you a chance at a baby. If you are one of those couples and you find it hard to conceive a child, go to xl1067.com. Keyword baby, and we're going to talk to Dr. Trolice. If you have any questions about what's going on or how the contest works or what you need to do, anything, you call us right now. We'd like to talk to you. 407-919-1067, 877-919-1067. If you have any questions, we can ask for you. The XL Mobile is 41067. Johnny's House gives you a chance at a baby. We just announced the biggest announcement. Johnny's House is giving you a chance at a baby. That's right. And we have the doctor here, Dr. Trolice, to talk all about it. He is from the Fertility CARE, the IVF Center. And Laura, you had a question for the doctor.
Yeah, I just thought it was important to say because IVF cycles are, people will say, oh, well, one cycle might not work. So tell me exactly what you're giving away, Dr. Trolice.
So what we wanted to offer patients is the opportunity to do one egg retrieval, okay, and unlimited embryo transfers from that egg retrieval. Okay, so once we get the eggs and we add the sperm, we make embryos, we transfer an embryo, we can freeze extra embryos, and then they don't have to go through the whole egg retrieval. If they don't get pregnant on the first cycle, we'll just do subsequent frozen embryo transfer cycles, and that will be unlimited, all part of this package until they have a live birth or until there's no longer any embryos.
Until you run out of embryos. Yeah, that's huge. I just thought that was important to say because each one is extremely expensive. So to think that he's doing multiple until you run out.
Ray this morning came in and go, oh my God.
I said a couple curse words because when I realized exactly what we were giving away, I was like, what?
It is
like
huge.
this is my friend has spent over $60,000 trying to get pregnant. Yeah. So it's like you are literally helping somebody in their life. This is life-changing.
Now, all you have to do is go to xl1067.com, keyword baby, and not baby DJ, just baby.
Just baby.
And if you're a couple that's trying to have a baby, Johnny's House is going to give you a chance at a baby. We've been trying to do this for 5 years.
Yeah.
And finally, Dr. Trolice said, yeah.
And all you have to do is write a 500-word or less essay.
The passion will roll. If you're trying to have a baby, all you got to do is sit down and write.
Oh, you have a story.
Oh, yeah.
And so now you get, and it'll actually be therapeutic probably to get the story out. That'll be cool.
All right, we got some people to have some calls for you, Dr. Trolice.
Okay.
All right, first somebody wants to say thank you. Hey, Jared, good morning.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Good, good. What do you want to say to Dr. Trolice?
Hey, Dr. Trolice helped me and my wife a little over 3 years ago. November 4th, JW turned 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
Great to hear, Jared. Thank you for calling and letting me know. It's wonderful.
He's very
he's doing great. He's absolutely beautiful. I wouldn't trade anything for the world. I'm just glad I didn't have to write that essay.
Hey, but think if that didn't happen, you'd be more than happy to write that essay, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. He's my first son. I'm 41, and I waited a long time, and the woman that I met was unable to have natural birth, so we had to go this route, and he took care of it, and we have a beautiful little boy named JW.
All right.
Well, God bless you guys.
Thank you, Jared.
Thanks, Doctor.
You seem kind of humble. It's like they want to say thank you, like, he's okay.
It's extremely humbling, and it's wherever I go, I have patients. I'm blessed the patients coming up to you, and it's
because you changed their life.
Yeah. I mean, but you don't look at yourself like that.
Yeah.
You're doing something, and you're blessed with with the ability to do that, and the impact that you have on people's lives is immeasurable.
And you probably are really hard on yourself when you can't help someone.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. I remember when I first came into town, we were at the program at Winnie Palmer Hospital, and our first batch of IVF cycles, we had 5 patients that went through, and 4 got pregnant, and everybody in the office and even the administration is calling, and they're all celebrating everything like that. And they said, why aren't you happy? I said, there's one person home crying.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because it's not guaranteed. It's just not guaranteed.
And it affects you deeply.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carmelina, good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What was your question?
Well, this is a great opportunity for anyone that wants to go through the process. It is an emotional roller coaster. I've been through it twice myself. Are there any exclusions for the promotion that you're doing? I mean, I've been through it twice, like I said, but am I able to apply for it? And then what are the cutoffs for age limit?
Yeah, I think that all the criteria.
Yeah, all of that is in there.
Good morning, Carmelita. All the criteria is on the website that allows for the ability to apply. So it tells you the cutoffs for age and certain other issues that are all self-explanatory.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I would read them on the age, but it's like 3 pages.
It's 3 long. Pages.
Yeah. Legally to give, to have one to get a chance at a baby, that's a lot of legalities behind it. So,
of course.
So go ahead and read that up, and hopefully we can get you in.
So xl1067.com, keyword baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, Carmelita.
Brian, any questions on the mobile?
Let's see. On the XL Mobile, someone wants to know if they have to have a diagnosis of infertility to qualify. I mean, I guess you would know. I've not been through it, but Do you go and get diagnosed as infertile?
Well,
is that how it works?
Typically, before a patient does in vitro fertilization or IVF, they've gone through a diagnosis, examination, testing to try to determine why, to determine whether it can be taken care of with less aggressive measures.
Right.
IVF is obviously the most aggressive, most successful option, but also costly. So you always go most conservative to most aggressive, and so typically by the time they get to see somebody like me, they would have gone through diagnosis and testing and some less aggressive treatment options.
And someone from the mobile, within 5 minutes of you getting here, texted and said that you actually helped their wife conceive, and they said you're amazing, by the way. So I know you hear that all the time.
I know when you say he just looks down like, I'm like, yeah.
When someone tells me I'm just okay, I want to hear it again. So I'm assuming you would love to hear that you're amazing.
Look.
That's great.
Oh, man.
One question, somebody said, we're a gay couple and we need a surrogate. Do you offer a surrogacy service?
Oh, of course. Not just locally and regionally, but we do it internationally. We have couples coming in from Spain and China and the UK and Canada. So it's
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that you offer surrogacy.
Oh yeah. We offered surrogacy for gay male couples and for any indication actually for surrogacy. And so we're seeing a lot of patients internationally, particularly LGBT, because of some restrictions in other countries.
Wow.
So transgender even as well, as we have a transgender male who'll donate his eggs to his partner, and we just had a pregnancy like that.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That's incredible.
Dr. Trolice, we are just so blessed to have you jump aboard on this, and I want to say thank you, because you got to get out of here. And what are you going to do, like split eggs or something?
We're going to do an egg retrieval at the office. I have to pass by and get my Easter basket, and then go get the egg retrieval.
Go get a bunch of eggs.
Split sperm and eggs and all this stuff. That's on the...
You retrieve eggs, you split atoms.
He's looking at me like, why did I say yes to this? Dr. Trolice, thank you so much.
I thank you all for the opportunity, because it's a beautiful thing. So bless you all.
All right. Johnny's House give you a chance at a baby. If you'd like to know more about it, go to xl1067.com.